Hi, welcome back to my channel. For those of you who are new here, I have behind me a 2002 Porsche Boxster 986 generation. In one of my previous videos, I talked about the IMS bearing. The 2002 Porsche Boxster has a single row IMS bearing, and unfortunately this generation has been prone to the IMS bearing failing on these cars, which can be catastrophic to your engine. Before I purchased this car, one of the things we did was we pulled out the oil filter to check for any metal shavings. And fortunately, this did not have any metal shavings, and so we felt pretty confident that the IMS bearing was in decent condition. One of my viewers had mentioned that while yes, pulling out the oil filter and checking for glitter is one way to check the condition of the IMS bearing, it is not 100% foolproof, and I agree. So today I thought I would talk about another indirect way that you can check on the condition of your IMS bearing. And that is with this here. This is a Durametric. This is a diagnostic tool. You plug this end into your car's OBD2 port, and then this end will go into your computer. This is the enthusiast version, and this will run you approximately $300. So now let's take a look at what this can do. All right, so now we're inside the car. This end here is what you're going to plug into your OBD2 port. It is located under here on the driver's side. I'll put a picture up here of where that is located. All right, so I'm going to plug this in. All right, that is now in there. This end is going to go into your computer, and I should also mention that when you purchase this Durametric, it is going to come with a program that you're going to need to download on your computer. All right, so I have it plugged into the computer. Here is a Durametric program here. We're going to open it up. All right, it's up. It will have you choose your vehicle. This, of course, is a Porsche Boxster 986. Hit OK. Now this screen has come up. You select your engine, transmission, DSC, ABS, instrument cluster. So I selected those for this vehicle. Click OK. I have also turned on the ignition. So you'll see over on the left all of your options. I double-clicked engine module. Brings all these things up. You go into actual values. This is what comes up. I have now clicked on these four items here: the camshaft position 1 deviation, 2 deviation, actual angle for camshaft bank 1 and bank 2. And this is what should come up. So if you look over here at these values, from the research I have done, if you are less than a -6, you are within spec. So the car is now on. I've also clicked oil temperature. You'll see over here on the right, at the top. Again, it's in real time. Okay, so you see over here, the numbers have not changed. They're really staying constant, which indicates that the IMS may be in good health. So now let's talk about what we saw and why these values are important. So you may recall the first set of values, the engine was cold. We then showed a set of values when the engine was warm. I had been driving for approximately 10 to 15 minutes. The third set of values was when the car was idle, but the engine was still warm. So when considering all those values, the first thing I'll mention is they are all below -6, which is where you want them to be. The values were steady, they were not fluctuating, which would tend to show that the IMS bearing is not wobbling and is likely stable. Taking all of that into consideration, it appears the IMS bearing is not in imminent danger of failing. However, camshaft deviation 1 did show a change in value from a cold start where it was at -4.88. The value went up to -5.23, and then the value slightly dipped again at -5.17. So although those values are still below -6, they seem to be edging awfully close to that -6 value, which may be an indication of another known issue for this generation of car. And that is the chain tensioner pads for the variable valve timing, also known as variocam. Admittedly, I will have to do more research on this, but if this is something that we address, I will try to film it and we will bring you along for what could potentially be quite a roller coaster ride. I hope this video was helpful. Since this car is due for an oil change, I thought in my next video I would film that. We will take out the oil filter and we will see whether or not there may be any IMS material or glitter in the filter. And then we'll also look for any plastic pieces that may be from the chain tensioner. And hopefully we will not find either one of those things. Thank you for being here. I hope to see you in the next one. Bye for now.